Welcome back, guys. It's nice cold morning. As you can see, we're up super early. Yeah, looks pretty cool here. Got the lights on outside. We have a drift competition this weekend. It's 5k shootout just up at Flint, which is like 20 minutes, 30 minutes from here. So it's super close. We've entered. Drift Bunny's got a stand there, so we're gonna go cut some laps. Realistically, this car should have been prepped up after LS Fest. I should have pulled it down, cleaned it, checked it, fixed everything, but time hasn't been my friend. So today's the day. It's a Friday. We're driving tomorrow. I'm basically going to roll it out, check it over, clean it, pro check valve clearances because it's a new set of heads when we left Australia. The diff's brand new, so I'll drop that oil, and we cooked the oil pretty good at LS Fest, so I'll pull that out, have a quick look at it, make sure there's no metal, spin a filter off, and that's going to be our half-ass prep. So we're going to get that done today. Hope you guys enjoy. If you got any questions about what we're doing, hit us up. Otherwise, enjoy the ride. We're working it on this car today. So basically what I do, I'll give you just a basic rundown of what I do for checkovers. So we before I clean it, I'm going to clean the car first before I actually start working on it, but we just have a look around. You can see she was pushing a bit of oil out of this catch can, so we'll have a look into that. Probably was just over full, or it's full of water, and then a bit of oil sitting on top of it, so we'll have a look at that. Just to basically look at it before we go clean it, I want to have a look at everything, make sure, if there's something going on, I see it before I just clean it away. So we'll just have a quick look at it, basically look over the whole car, make sure there's nothing weird that we can see, no weird leaks. Engine bay, and then we'll probably go through the next thing I'll do after this is I'll go through the logs. I can do another video on that if someone's interested. Just let us know and I'll work through that. It's probably a whole video going through logs, so I'm not going to incorporate it into what I'm doing here. So this is just a basic check over, and sort of a half effort of making it last. We really probably should pull the plugs since we've changed fuel, but I'm not going to, simply because I might look at the logs, and if there's a cylinder that looks a bit hotter than the rest, I might just pull that one out possibly and have a look at him, but really don't have the time, to be honest, to do what I want to do. So I just need to make some educated decisions on the data I found and have a look at that. So yeah, now we'll go through this log so we can see, and yeah, roll her out, wash her up, and start changing some fluids. So we are in the middle of fall, so you can probably hear that super exciting blower in the background. That's the neighbours. They're actually a fair way away, but sound travel's pretty good. We're going to go through these logs real quick. I mean, I'm not the best Motec person in the world anyway, so at some stage we can go through this on a camera properly, or a screen recorder, whatever you want to do, but I'm just going to basically show you what I'm going to do today. So with my car, all the logging is actually set up on the dash. That's a few different ways you can do Motec, but yeah, the way my car is set up, all the logging's on the dash. So we're going to be, the ECU is logging some data, but the bulk of it and all the PDM information is actually on the bulk of it, and all the information is on the dash. Everything's saved, all the PDM data, everything that's canned across to it is all saved on the dash. So for what we'll be doing here, I'll be pulling this out, and I'm lucky enough I have i2 Pro set up on that dash, so it's pretty nice for looking at data. changing the folder so I know where it's saved to. Let's download. So this is basic. What the data I'm pulling out here is the whole of LS Fest. I didn't delete anything while we were there. We'll get rid of everything that's on there. So basically I've deleted all what's stored on there. It's on the laptop now. So we'll be fresh for the comp tomorrow. So the one thing we do know, or I know from this car quite regularly, is the oil temps get pretty hot. We've got a big cooler on there. We've got a lot of volume of oil in the dry sump tank, and we've got a fan on it. But when looking at this data, it wasn't even really the hottest day last time we were out. We were at 131 degrees was what it was, sitting around between 120 to 131 most of the time, which is fairly hot. I mean, it's probably not super killing the oil, but it's definitely not doing good for it. So we 100% need to change this oil. So trans temp stayed super. I mean, it didn't get above 88 degrees, so that's pretty good. We're not going to change that oil. We don't actually have that many tyres, to be honest, for what we're going to do. So well, looks like we'll do engine oil, check that catch can, I'll do some valve clearances, and give it a good wash and nut and bolt check, and pretty much call it good. Go out and have some fun. I'll probably spend another half an hour or so looking at this, and yeah, that'll be it for the day. For that little part of the project. Alright, so it probably hasn't been started in this cold weather for ever since I've had it. So I'm going to maybe look at this cold start, see what it does. I just added a bit of fuel in where we're sitting now, and see what it does. Don't have many chances with this to get it right, so we'll see what happens here. So that's not that great. The voltage is probably a bit lower than what we'd really want. we got it started. So as you've seen there, we got it jacked up. I just run it through the gears, make sure it's firing on all 8 cylinders. Everything seems good. We're just going to slide under here real quick, make sure there's no oil leaks that we've missed underneath, and then get to washing this thing so we can service it. Sweet. So there's a little weep under there on the trans filter, so we'll address that, but everything else looks pretty good, so we'll get in to clean this thing. Going lucky. So this year we were lucky enough that Voodoo Rides come on board with us, sent us this sweet care package. One of my favourite is the bubblegum wash and wax, which is what we use all this. The quick detailer gets used a lot, the window and glass cleaner, and I'm not sure if I've actually got any left. This one here, fast acting wheel cleaner. You'll see it in action here. It's actually amazing. Probably one of the best products I've used of theirs. So you want to clean wheels really quick and not a lot of effort, this is amazing. So been super lucky with Voodoo Ride, so they've helped us out with keeping this thing looking good, or looking clean anyway. So I appreciate it. So we had a quick look at the, we know this side, this bank is usually the one that's caused us issues in the past, so just pulled that valve cover off, had a quick look at that, that looks sweet. Pulled a plug looks good. All the AGTs look good in the logs, so I'm going to leave that alone. I would normally, on a proper inspection, I just pull all those plugs and have a good look, but time's not our friend, so that's not getting done. Oil's draining at the moment, so we'll probably spin this filter off. And put in a bag. If I get time, I'll spin over to fresh produce and cut it. I don't have a vise or anything here, so I'll spin over there and cut it. If I don't have time, we'll probably just tip it out into the drain pan and just make sure there's no metal in there and spin a new one on, call it good. Okay, so we'll put some oil in this. We're running Valvoline VR1 2050 in this car at the moment. It's not what we used to run, but it's what I've found here. Pretty easy to get, works pretty well. Haven't had any issues, so we're going to stick with that until some sort of decent oil sponsor comes on board, or we find something wrong with it, or yeah, Valvoline VR1 it is for now. Get a bit of that in there. Oil on the seal, spin that one up. Then now we've got that up there, we'll pull this drain pan out, the filter that came off the car. see what we've got going on here. Hopefully not too much. So it's like a couple of bits of aluminium, and does look like we've got a fair bit of fuel in the oil as well, so it was fairly rich at that event. But there's no huge amounts of metallic, which I'll show you a bit closer view. Sunlight in there, but yeah, no, there's nothing. There's a couple of bits of the aluminium, but this piece here, it's not metal, it's just a aluminium or maybe even paint or something. A couple of little flakes here. It's all just aluminium and it's not a lot of metal, so we are going to call that good and put some fresh oil in it, and then service the diff, top the coolant off. That's pretty much it. I'm going to call it good there. I end up being off camera. I'm kind of scared of this engine, scared of breaking it, to be honest. So I ended up pulling all the plugs off camera and just having a quick look at them. They all look mint, so we're going to get it. We're going to go for gold at the event anyway, so yeah, put some oil in there and yeah, bolt check, make sure nothing's come loose under there, and that's pretty much all we're going to have for this video. So yeah, that's basic checks of a car that you really don't want to break, but maybe in the future we'll go through like a proper inspection. What I'd really like to do to this car after an event like what we had at LS Fest. So maybe another video we'll go through that, and we can also go through logs if anyone's interested in logs. And yeah, so there we go. If you want anything, let us know. Otherwise, thanks for watching, guys. We'll top this thing off with some oil, fire it up and get on the trailer for some fun tomorrow.